last episode we went ahead and covered planetfall and the lander that we had, and now we have created a bit of a flyer here. So this episode, what we're going to talk about is trying to get established with a basic base somewhere. As you can see, I made a few adjustments. I kind of added some wings and some fins on top just to kind of give it a little bit more of a fly feel. And then, of course, we've got some landing gear for easy landing. So we do have an FCEN Vanguard outpost out there. And then, as you can see, the fog has settled in today, so that's, you know, always lovely. And so we did do a sweep around here and found no ores coming up, so there's plenty of dirt and organics, but nothing really as far as ore is concerned. And you generally want to set your base up close to a source of ore, preferably iron, and then be able to map out your other ore locations. We can always go ahead and set up mining outposts outside of our regular base, but ideally you want to have your base close to at least some ore. That way you don't have to travel quite as far initially. If you remember, we have those huge cliffs and we're essentially in a giant caldera. So, oh wow, look, it's the moon. So I'm thinking we should be heading in that general direction over there, because that's where the station is that we're going to be going to do our trade and things like that. So let's go ahead and hop in, and I don't know that we have the capability of getting a light. Oh, we're gonna have to do this in the dark, or use our suit lights. This is gonna be a bit of a challenge. We're gonna have to be really careful. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna go ahead and hop over here to our control panel, and we're gonna go to thruster, but we're gonna have to adjust our thrusters because I had to, in case you had noticed, we actually have, and if you do that, you can just save, and then that will automatically add them to the thruster pile. No, I had to pull out our hydrogen tank so we can actually fly around, and then I had to pull the two large tubes out of the H2O2 gen again. So, okay, we're going to go ahead and toggle them on so we can get them going, and then we're going to release the parking, and off we go. Get some altitude here. We'll start going this way. We can't really see much, so the idea is just get a little bit closer to that ridge line on the other side here. Maybe we can spy some sort of I don't know, maybe we can find some sort of like ore patch or something closer over in this general region, but we gotta watch out we don't run into a cliff or anything, because that would really suck. It is so foggy, I cannot see anything. Wow. Okay. It's kind of scary actually, because I don't know where we're flying into. We've gained some altitude, that's for sure. We're at 200. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and bring her down just a little bit here. Let's go ahead and see where we're at. I see trees. Looks like we're in a hilly region. We're gonna keep going closer to this. Now this outpost you see over here, here's the thing, we could use that as a base if we could capture it. There's always an option for a good base, but for this playthrough, I want to be able to do these things from scratch. We'll just place some space engineers and we'll do it from scratch. However, we can move on that base and attempt to capture it and use it for parts. And that's always an option. Just getting us a little closer to the economy base there. I'm just hesitant because I know there's a cliff wall over here somewhere. I just don't know where it is. It's really hard to tell. Okay, we're lowering it down. We can kind of make out the hills down there. So let's go ahead and move over to this hill here. We're only 4 clicks away from the from the that outpost. 27 kilometers away from the other. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and bring her down. Let's watch out for trees. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Too fast, too fast, too fast. Easy, easy, easy. We're gonna put her right at the top of this hill. Looks like that might be a really good spot to set her down for a minute. Sure would be nice if this fog could kind of burn itself out. That would be great. Now we still have the ore detector on here, so we're going to go ahead and hit that ore detector down here, and we're going to make sure it's cranked up to max. It is. Okay, but here's the problem. Ore detectors use antennas, and we tore our antenna out. So then that means this is pretty much a useless ore detector. So the only way we're going to be able to tell if there's any good ores in this location is if we get out and actually measure it with our drill. So we're going to go ahead and get down here. Easy, easy, easy. Doesn't look very, let's kind of wander over to the grassy side here. Here we go. Okay, let's go ahead and bring her down. Oh. Okay, I always do parking release and parking engage just to make sure that we're set. Now, you really should use, if you're going to use parking, make sure that you have everything that you want to be unparked on there. Sometimes if you got something thrown into a mag plate, or you've got something hooked up via a connector and you don't want it disconnected, you need to make sure you go to that item in the control panel and change that it's not. Wow, we really kind of did a crazy job. All right, you want to change it so that you can make sure that you're not going to have a problem. Let's see how much we got left. We got 77. Okay, let's go. Whoa. We were like literally almost on the cliffs there. Wow. Alright, so we're checking for any kind of ores. Let's see. Wow, I'm just not seeing much of anything out here on this side of the caldera. We're gonna zip around, see if we see anything. No. Let's see if there's more, maybe a possibility of some ores up here closer to the rocks. Sometimes there's ores against the mountains, but I'm not seeing it anywhere, any kind of ore. Yeah, it's looking pretty thin out here. Just zipping around looking for a... Yeah, I think this whole caldera, anything that's in here is going to be deep, real deep. Alright, so we're going to do a couple of things because reconnaissance is a big deal. We have that outpost. We're going to go, I want to go up here. Let's take it up to the top of the mountain here and see. And as we go up, I want to go up and run the ore detector over it like so. Make sure we're not going to run out of hydrogen while we're doing this, because you burn through a lot. And let's see what the top of this is like. Well, you can get a see, look, there's all that ice. That's really golden. We want to get some of that at some point. We need ice, so I'm always looking for lakes and things like that. Okay, I'm still not picking up anything out here. Wow. This is very not friendly towards ores. Oops, ouch. Don't fly into trees. It's a bad idea. Huh. Alright. Well, there's our neutral signals out here. I'm still looking to see if there's any kind of ores. Yeah, I'm not really picking up anything. A lot of rocky terrain. Beautiful landscape though. Didn't want to get stuck up there if I ran out of hydrogen, because that would not be good either. Well, honestly, I'm kind of surprised at how light the load is here. Checking, we're at 26%. Alright, well, let's head back to the pod. And back into the fog. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. Alright, so wonder if we could, do we have, let's see if we've got enough to build, well, we might have to build a beacon, and then we can build a an antenna. And then once we have an antenna built up again, then we could use the ore detector on the flyer, and we might be able to do much better than burning through our hydrogen, since we do have a limited amount of ice. Really? It's raining? Alright, so I'm going to teach you something else, guys. Here you go. You see all these displays? They actually mean something. You've got artificial gravity and P-gravity over here. You've got your orientation, how your pitch is and all that, along with any target. And then over here you've got your energy and your hydrogen. Okay? Now, these things, as you can look around and see how exciting it is out there, these things, oh wow, that isn't the moon, that's Mars. Wow. Okay, these things can be changed. So you go into your control panel, you go over here, come all the way down, and here's your screens. You can configure your screens however you like. I like to make sure, I don't really care about P-gravity, so I don't worry too much about what's going on with P-gravity. But I do like to know the weather. Okay, so I'm going to put the weather there. I don't like the blue. I like it to be white on black as far as the screens to be concerned, because the blue just kind of is weird to me. I don't know. It just feels like blue screen and I don't like it. Alright, so that one's set. So we're going to go ahead and hop out and see. It's rain now. So that's what the weather's going to be like. So let's go ahead and go back and see if it'll let me do the other ones, because right now, I don't know why, but it's being kind of touchy. Yeah, see, I don't know why it does that. But it sometimes won't even let me over to those other ones. I don't know what's going on. Alright, so let's go ahead and hop out. It's raining. So let's go. Wow, it sounds really nice too. Okay, so let's figure out this antenna situation here. Okay, so we have to do a beacon. I bet we can't do it until we mess with the battery. Yep, see? We have to have an assembler, then do a beacon, then do an antenna. Yeah, we pretty much messed that whole plan up. Alright, so now we gotta decide. We can't find any ores, so the next best thing would probably be to build a base that's close by some sort of resource. I'm thinking that Vanguard outpost. So let's go ahead and release our parking, and let's take it up to the top of the ridge. Let's get a little closer to that Vanguard outpost and see what it's got going on. Like I said, it can make an easy, quick starter base if you wanted it for that purpose. But I don't want to do that in this playthrough. In this playthrough, I'm looking to show you guys how to make bases from basically scratch. But we do want resources, so we're gonna zip over here and see what we can find. Get a little closer. Alright. Really have no idea what's going on over here. But it does look like... Wow, it's so hazy. I'm not seeing anything really that looks like a good spot to set down. So I'm going to take it up to this, to the top of this. I think this is like a ridge. Don't want to get too close to that, because if you get too close, they might think you're an enemy and attack you. Alright, we're going to come down slowly. I'm going to guess we're probably going to be on some sort of slope. But I don't know, because it's impossible to see with this fog. Oh my gosh, this fog is just... Whoa! Oh, 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 oh. Yep, yep. Figured we were doing something like that. Alright. Yep. We're up in the... I had a feeling it was going to be kind of rocky. I just didn't expect us to actually miss the mark like that. So let's go ahead and get a little closer to them trees. I think the trees up there is going to be our best bet. Uh-oh. What do we get hit? Oh, yep. It's our front landing gear. So let's go ahead and get over to where these trees are. We'll level ourselves out. Ah, so hard. It would have been nicer if it was sunny like when we first landed on this bloody planet, but apparently it doesn't want to do that. I'm seeing trees. Alright, so we should be getting close to... Whoa, whoa, easy, 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 easy. Easy, easy, easy. But this is what happens, you know? Alright, so let's assess the damage. Yep, looks like we got ourselves a bit of a bang up on here. We're going to need construction components, motor, and some steel plates for that. And this happens all the time as you're flying around trying to figure out how in the world you're going to get around. And it looks like that's all the damage we got, so I think we did pretty good. Alright, so let's take a look at our situation for our tank. Our hydrogen's pretty low. So I think it'd be time that we're going to go back on here. Now, breaking these things down and putting them back together and breaking them down and putting them back together is tricky. It's dangerous. Because you could potentially lose one of the critical elements. So, is it worth it? I think in this case it's going to be worth it, so we're going to go ahead and do it again. Because we want those, we need to have, we're short 2 large tubes, you see? And without those 2 large tubes, we can't have the H2O2 gen set up. That is what's going to fill our tank. Really? Okay. I think we got that covered. Alright, now We can drop this in here. It'll refill it. Take it. Charge ourselves up. Get our injuries healed too. Alright, then we're going to come over here and we're going to hop in here. And then we're going to go and fix our thrusters back so we can fly again, because we still haven't found a base yet. Alright, and I don't want to be running around with the goods that I got in my pocket, because I might get killed or something and have to respawn, and if that happens, well, we're in a bad way. So let's not do that. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and continue our survey for some sort of good spot to set up our base. Meanwhile, we're going to go over and see what's going on with this neutral signal. Now a lot of times, oh, it's down in the valley. Well, that's interesting. Oh, great. Alright, well, I can't really see it from here. I don't really know what the situation is with it, but it's probably not likely to cause an issue. But we're going to go down below and see what we got. Okay. Okay. Alright, when you approach these things, you have to assess where the guns are, because you don't want to get killed. Okay, there's a gat right there. Once you grind on this thing to take it down, then you've got a limited time frame before they come after you. Yeah, I see it. Okay, this is a pretty standard setup. Got the main structure, you got the two gun ports at the bottom. Alright. We can attack it and we can take it, but we'll have to be very careful, because as soon as we do it, that one gun turret's going to go after us with the other one. And it's very tricky to disable these things. But like you said, that would be a nice, easy, straight up base if we did it, though, you see? Alright, so let's go ahead. We've got some clear sky now. So let's go ahead and keep checking out the valley. Where that is. It's a nice little valley. Looking for any kind of ore. I'm just not seeing any ore. Alright, we're gonna pop up high. I like how it's got this like narrow little valley entrance there. And how they got that base right. That's actually a really good spot for it, honestly. I'm looking for liquid, like water. I see a lot of green, but I'm not seeing a lot of water. Oh, here. Here. See how it's dark patches? I'm almost willing to bet, guaranteed that that is... Yep, this is where we should set our base up. Right here. Perfect. How much hydrogen we got? Got plenty enough to get back to the base. You see? Look, we got iron. Whole lot of iron here. This is an absolutely perfect spot. Oh, we got cobalt too. Iron and cobalt together? Ah, that's just golden. Cobalt, you can use that for grids, and grids are really good for making hydrogen engines, weapon systems, all that sort of thing. Well, that's good. That gives us iron, which is our primary building material. So let's go ahead and get back over here, and that looks like a great spot to set up our base. Or at least we could get in here and take a look around and see if there's some place either there or close by there that we can use. So let's go ahead and get in and get off the ground again. Yeah, that's really nice. I like that. That's really a nice spot. Alright, let's go ahead and bring her down. And if we take that facility down below, we can utilize some of those materials as well. Although we'll probably need to secure some source of water, ice somewhere. Oh, there's nickel too. Golden. Wow, there's all kinds of ores up here. This is really a prime location then. Alright, I'm looking around here. Let's look around, see if there's any place. It's all pretty wide open, that's the thing. But that'll make it really nice for when the sun comes up, and I'm pretty sure we'll have a really good time of setting up power. So let's, this looks like a good enough spot here, so let's bring this out. Check it out. Sorry. If you jump out like that, you ain't got hydrogen, you lose your ship. Okay, we're coming down. Easy, easy, easy. Alright. And good luck. Let's bring it over. Let's kill the thrusters. Alright. Wow, this is nice. Alright, so the nickel. Okay, so I'm going to put a GPS marker here. And I'm going to call this nickel. And that seems kind of silly to do that, but when you first start out, it's nice to know where your ores are. And there's the sun, out to say hi. Okay, the cobalt. If you'll notice I'm moving and I'm watching the numbers go down. This is because I'm locating exactly where it is at its shallowest point. And that is where it is at the shallowest point, which is where I'm going to put another GPS for cobalt. Now, iron is all over this area. Alright, so we're gonna go to GPS. Set another one. And there's another reason why I'm putting these down. Because this is going to allow me to position our base in such a way as that I'll easily be able to centralize our location. Because you see, now we have markers for the entire ore patch, you see? And it's, wow, that's a very big ore patch. Like, huge. So yeah, we're gonna sit her right on top of here. So to symbolize that, oh, we don't have any ore. I was gonna put down the block, but nope. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over here. We're gonna get our ship and bring our ship a little closer. But first things first, let's go back to where we're at. We'll get, let's see, where's some plates. And we'll lay down our first bit of our base. Right here, and we're going to put it right in the middle of the ore patch on the top here. That way we can set off drills in the different locations and be good to go. So to start it out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually change the base because I like a little greebling, and we'll make this concrete. How about that? That's interesting. Now, you'd only really need a couple of squares and you can get it done that way. But I kind of wanted to give myself a little bit of extra. Now, the interesting thing is if you use interior blocks, you're actually going to get more bang for your buck, so to speak. And that pretty much used up all of those. And that doesn't look like it goes all the way down. Nope, it surely does not. But that's okay. Alright. So now that we have our location... Oh wait, and one other thing we need to do too. We need a platform. And we're going to put it right... we're going to put the platform right over here. And we're going to lay it out in blocks. Actually, you know what? We're going to go with these. Okay, well, we better go get some more. What I'm doing is I'm putting a little landing platform next to the base so that we have a place to put our flyer when we get it over there. I'm going to take these because we don't need them. And that will afford us a little bit more stuff. Now, I don't want to bring it over yet. Not until I have the platform laid out. Then we'll fly it over, we'll land it, and we'll begin. We'll get this all established, you see. Oh, wait. Yeah, you gotta get kind of creatively clever when you're putting these things in there. And now? Ah, so close. Well, that's okay. We got it good enough. I'm gonna use this to launch over here as quick as possible. And now... Oh. Now we're not going anywhere because we forgot to turn the engines on. And there we have a platform next to our base. A nice, good foundation in place for our deal there. And so... There we go. Now we'll close it out, shut it down. Alright. Now we're set. We now have our platform. And from here we're going to go ahead and do our building. And we can set up a number of different things here. But the first thing we need to do is we need to get some dirt. Because that survival kit only processes dirt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run out here about where I'm going to go and get my iron actually. So let's go out here where we're going to get the iron. We'll dig here. How about that? Nickel, that's fine. Now we're just going to start digging down. And so what we're going to do here, I'm digging this little hole here. This will be a nickel mine. But you see we got a lot of organics. That's from the plants. We'll use those later. It's kind of like just like we did over at the other side, except this time we're building a base. We have a lot to do to build the base. We're going to go ahead and get this set up and get the initial layout set up for you so you can see. Your basic base is going to basically come out with, you're going to want to get a couple of things. If you notice, you dig down deeper. Eventually you get into dirt. And then we keep digging. And after the dirt, you're going to get hard stone and ores. So we're going to keep digging down. See how this is all just stone? And once you get past this layer, you're going to be dealing with the super hard rock layer. So let's keep going until we have a full load. Now if you left click, you're going to dig through without collecting any ore like this. And that's useful for when you want to tunnel down deep or get to a specific vein of ore. Right now we're just after rocks. So that's okay. Just like I mentioned when we did our landfall.
Inventory full.
Wow, that's quite the hole. Definitely going to want to pay a visit to the mountains where the snow is. Now you'll notice I put a ramp here. This is so that we can go up here. And I parked this in such a way as that I can get to the survival kit. Alright, so let's go ahead and make a deposit. And I left this a ramp on this side so that I can come up and drop rocks in here. And rocks in here. Now, for production purposes, we're going to definitely want, we're going to pick 100 of these. And 100 of these. We're going to be doing a lot of that sort of thing, but I also want to do about 30 of these. So what we're going to do is once we get these pieces in place, and let's start with these here, because while those are going on, we'll be using the interior plates and and those construction components. Those will be used for just creating, you know, the like your walls and things like that. Alright, now that those are here, we're going to go ahead and get the layout for the base's main stuff. Now, this outer wall, this will be the outer wall right here. Okay? We could always make it wider if we want to, which probably, given the fact that we have our platform here, probably isn't a bad idea, actually. Hey, thanks for joining us. So we're going to go ahead and clear this out here. And we're going to make it a little bit bigger. Yeah. I'm nothing if not... Uh-oh. Alright, and then we'll take this like so. And then we're going to go ahead and take this. Oh, we need interior plates. And that would entail us to go up here and snatch these. While we're at it, we'll get these metal plates here too. It'll move a lot better once we get our refineries in place and all that sort of thing. But for now, we just need to get this stuff in place. Our foundation. Alright, now that our foundation is in place, let's go ahead and get us started here. Now, I'm thinking we're going to have the assembler here because it's going to be at the end. It doesn't have anything else that connects with anything, and it doesn't have to be close to anything in particular. So we'll put that there. And then next to the assembler, that's where I'm thinking we're going to put the base survival kit. It can be the move through between everything. Oh, wait. We never did change it, did we? Let's make those things yellow. And we'll give them hazard armor for that. Oops. That was not smart, was it? Yellow. Yellow. Okay, now. This is where I think I'm going to put a couple things. I'm going to put a cargo container here. Okay, so everything here, everything that I'm about to do, there's a reason behind it. So I'm thinking that this is going to be a... Actually, you know what we're going to do? We'll put the cargo container here. And then this is where we'll put the refinery, or maybe Maybe we should put the refinery here. I mean, the outer wall, I don't usually like to have a refinery up against it, but in this case it makes sense because we can always run pipes and stuff out if we need to. So yeah, we'll go ahead and put it here. We can always move it later. No, that's not gonna work. Now the nice thing about doing it on an Earth-like planet is you don't have to worry about extreme weirdness. Like, you don't have to worry about, like, having an oxygen issue, for example. At least, not really. Okay. So, over here... Yeah, we're not doing that particular one. Let's go to battered armor, and we're going to make it blue. We'll do a blue and gray. Well, blue's so cliche. Let's go green. Alright. Bam. We're going to do that there. We're going to do this here. Okay. Now there's a reason why I'm doing these up here like this. Well, that was not intentional. Alright, so now we're gonna go to... Now the column, we're gonna make that gray. Oh, it's so nice to do this without having to have my stuff curtailed. And then this is where we're going to put the wind turbines. This is going to generate plenty of power initially. We can also set up, and I'll show you how to do it, a solar array as well. And we'll do that, we'll extend that out somewhere, but right now, that's our power poles. 3, 6, 9, way up there. So hopefully those work quite well for what we need. And then that's what we'll have in place. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take an opportunity, and later on what we'll do is we'll put up a bunch of stuff around here too. We'll be sleeping in here for now. We'll get a set of beds, and we'll get our food growth stuff too, which you probably should set it up on. That is of course the mod that is extra. I haven't decided if I'm going to actually use it or not, so we'll decide. So anyway, this is your basic beginning setup. Now it's just a matter of getting materials and doing the work. Getting these are the big ones, and then actually we're going to also need to have a battery, and the best place that I like to put a battery, well, we can put it right here, I guess. Wherever you put it, you don't want to risk moving it, because that's a pain. If you have to move it, you're gonna lose stuff. Well, we could just put it right here, I guess. That's a wall there, or maybe right here. Yeah, I kind of like it here. Although there is an argument for putting it on the ground. And that's definitely a valid argument right there. So we're gonna take this out and we're gonna put it on the ground. So let's go ahead and find our power. Uh-oh. Well, we have an issue with that. We have progression, and we cannot produce. a battery until what? I don't know. Well, that's interesting. I don't remember what it is. Well, we haven't built any of the big things, so it could be any one of those things, and I'm pretty sure it's the assembler. Alright, well, thank you so much for joining me for this episode of finding our location of the base and getting the foundation set down and getting the framework set up for the rest of it. I may just fill these in off camera at some point, or we may do it together in the following episode. I haven't decided yet. So thank you so much for joining me, and if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments. If you have anything to add, please feel free to do so. And of course, like, subscribe to support the channel. And if you have any particular things you want me to show you how to do, if you're really struggling, you just started the game, you don't know what you're doing, hit me up in the comments. I'm more than happy to explain things to help you out, have you be able to have this really great experience as Space Engineers. I have to say, it's one of my favorite games. It's like literally the favorite game, and it's really good in so many different ways, but I'm not going to sit here and jump up and down on my soapbox. But anyway, I'll see you next time.